Hello, dear students, and welcome to today's class. Today we have chosen a poem from class 7th, and the title of the poem is The Rebel. A rebel is a person or someone who challenges something existing. Now, let first we talk about the objectives of this poem. The objectives of this poem in our textbook is to instill among students a habit of thinking out of box and to encourage students to welcome people with new ideas, to develop among them the habit of fighting injustice, and to encourage in the students the taste of literature, and finally to improve their English language. Now, talking about the key points of this poem, the poem is in the form of unrhymed couplets which talks about the nature of a rebel, and every next couplet is opposite of its preceding couplet. So far as the introduction of poem is concerned, the poem tells the nature of a rebel who does just opposite of what others do. The poet tells that it is dangerous, but at the same time it is good because it is a rebel who comes with the new ideas. So let's study this poem stanza by stanza. This poem consists of 8 stanzas. So far as the first stanza goes as, when everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. Here the poet highlights the rebel's nature. When the rebel encounters a group of people with short hair, he would allow his hair to grow long because he derives pleasure and satisfaction by going against the wind. However, he is not constant, and therefore when he sees people growing the hair long, he would end up cutting his hair short. Stanza number 2. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. Here, the poet re-emphasizes the rebellious nature of the rebel as how he rebels against others. Seeing everybody talking during the lesson or in the classroom, the rebel suddenly finds his silence most valuable. However, because he is a rebel, he loves to do things opposite. He cannot help but create disturbances and makes a series of interjections when he sees that everybody else in the class has become quiet. The rebel constantly seeks attention by doing that what others don't do. Third stanza. When everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. Here the poet shows the rebel's need to exhibit himself as different from others. Because the rebel always wants to showcase and exhibit himself as different, he would wear colorful clothes when everybody else is dressed up in a common uniform. However, the moment he sees others dressed up in different and colorful clothes, he would be unable to control his urge to wear the uniform. Stanza number 4. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. Here, in this stanza, the poet discusses how the rebel's preferences never match with the others in the group or in his classroom. When the rebel finds himself in the company of dog lovers, people who love dogs, he begins to prefer for cats, or he starts to praise the cats. On the other hand, on being surrounded by cat lovers, he will put up in the favorable word for the dogs. His preferences and choices never seem to match with anyone else in the group. Stanza number 5. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. The poet goes on to offer more examples of different instances in which the rebel fares in similar ways. Even with respect to the weather conditions, it is difficult to bring the rebel on board, for he would appreciate the sun while all others would be welcoming the rain, and he will miss the rain, or he misses the rain while others would be enjoying the bright sunshine. Stanza number 6. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. The poet here further highlights that the rebels are usually alone. The rebels are people who are usually all alone, for they prefer to tread on a different path than others, or we can say they tread on their own path. So when others go for meeting, they stay at home and read a book. When others stay at home, they go to the meeting. Stanza number 7. When everybody says yes please, the rebel says no thank you. The poet here merely highlights how it is impossible to make the rebel agree with anyone at all. Saying yes when everybody says no, and saying no when everybody says yes, is another character trait of the rebel. And the last stanza, that is the 8th stanza of the poem, goes like this. When everybody says no thank you, the rebel says yes please. It is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it very good to be one. The poet here discusses what it is to be a rebel. It seems that having rebels all around us is beneficial, as they train us to acknowledge differences and different ideas. However, it is not good to be a rebel, because they are not accepted by the society. So, here we come to the end of this poem. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will present you another lesson. Till then, take care.